Hello, welcome to Mind class. Today you're going to need your mat, clear off your space. We're doing something yoga-ish. So you might sweat, you might need a sweat towel. We're going to go ahead and start our watches on yoga. Make sure that you have water. Today's word is I am balanced. If you'd like to get out a yoga block today, you're welcome to do so. If you usually use one, grab that. I have to do one more thing with the lights. As I tell you, I am balanced. I remain upright and steady in body and mind. So that's a great one for today. It is coincidental. I did just grab it out and that happened to be today's word. So perfect timing for a mind class. Let's go ahead and get ready. We're going to start seated. We will come up to some standing exercises. We will do some flow so we get a little bit of everything all wrapped up into one, okay? Everything today is going to be 30 or 45 seconds, so before you know it, we're moving on to the next thing. Seated, center of our mats. Center yourself, rock back and forth both sit bones. And let's take some nice deep breaths here. Inhale up. Reach tall to the ceiling and exhale. And continue breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath. All right, we're going to go ahead and take one leg, cross it over the other. So kind of how you were sitting, you're going to take one and cross it over. So this leg that's bent, I want you to take your opposite arm, wrap it around, twist and turn. Hold, get a little bit taller with your posture. And unwrap yourself and switch sides. So other leg's going to cross over. You're going to grab with your other arm, lift tall, look over your shoulder, twist and turn. And release, come to tabletop position. We're going into cat-cow. So hands underneath your shoulders, fingertips spread wide, chin up, knees underneath your hips. And we round, tuck our chin. Push the ground away from you, hollow out your spine, round out your center, hollow out your abs, curve your spine, and then lift up your chin, lift up your tailbone, control the movements on both directions. So tuck, 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 dip and release, control. Come to neutral position, back to tabletop. Make sure your knees are underneath your hips. They're wide enough underneath your hips. You're not narrow and your hands are underneath your shoulders. We're gonna reach into a bird dog. So go ahead and reach and extend, hold, 2, 3, 4, switch, hold, 2, 3, 4, switch. And I want you to move at that tempo, that pace, okay? Nice hold. And release. So you're grabbing your balance, you're squeezing your glutes, engaging your core, reaching through your fingertips, reaching through your toes, alternating sides, but holding, holding, holding. That's where that sweetness happens, right in the hold. Try one more. Come back to all fours. Curl your toes under to down dog. We're going to do a little spinal roll here. So from your down dog, you're going to lift your tailbone kind of round out through your center, then lower yourself all the way down to the floor, lift up baby cobra. Come all the way down, curl your toes under down dog again. So we're gonna roll through our spine here. Roll, come forward with your head, neck, and shoulders, lower down, lift baby cobra, come back down, curl your toes under down dog. Let's try it one more time. So rolling through your spine, lift your heels up, balls of your feet, roll forward, lower yourself down gently and controlled, lift up baby cobra. All right, push back to all fours again. Take one leg forward. We're gonna twist open. That hand comes down, keep the same leg down, switch arms, twist. Come back down, twist. So we're staying with our right leg forward, or whichever leg you put forward. You can pick up your back knee or leave it down, it's up to you. We're just twisting from side to side, okay? So if you lift your back leg, it's the same thing. We're just twisting, holding that for as long as you'd like, or just flowing through it. 5 more seconds here, and then we're switching sides. So, to plank, other leg forward, either on your knee or back leg can be up. We're gonna twist open, switch sides. Did your breathing come up just a little bit? Because now we got a little bit of work to do. We're letting our body work. And if you'd like to, pick up your back knee, extend your back heel to the back wall. Reach, twist, pull your shoulder blades together. Try not to let your shoulders continue to creep up into your ears. I know it's easier said than done. Try to keep a long neck. And long lines here. All right, go ahead and step your other foot up. We're coming into a deep squat. Remember, this is going to look different for all of us. Some of us are going to be able to get into a deep squat here. Some of us are going to be able to drop our butts down even further, keep our chest up, almost like a frog. Okay, elbows pushing into your thighs, drawing your knees back, toes turned out. If it's too intense, come out of it, shake it off. If it's too deep, come here. We want it to be kind of deep, okay? So even if you have to put some yoga blocks there to kind of hold yourself up. We got about 10 more seconds. And then we're going into a flow already. So this was just our warm up. I'm already sweating. I told you you might need a sweat towel today, and I think you will. All right, we're gonna hold each pose for 30 seconds. So we're starting with our right leg forward, left leg back. Find your balance. Open up your feet about a little wider than hip distance. Drop your back knee just a little bit. Reach up. So we're in a high lunge. Shoulders out of your ears, fingertips to the ceiling. Long through your torso, okay? So I want you to think about lifting your rib cage up away from your hips. Crown of your head to the ceiling. Fingertips to the ceiling. And balancing, rooting yourself in both feet on the floor here. Take nice deep breaths. Take your back heel, drop it down, turn this hip open, so now our feet are perpendicular. Bend your front leg, straighten your back leg, come on over, right angle. We are arching over the top of our head, reaching, so we've got this nice stretch going all the way from our fingertips down to our heel, through our rib cage, our obliques, our hips. This is the part where if you need a yoga block, make sure it's there, because we're going to straighten out into triangle. If you don't need one, that's great too. We're going to open up our chest, stack our shoulders, straighten out your legs, open your hip, lean forward, hinge forward. If you can, I'd like you to float your bottom hand. Use your muscles to hold yourself up. If you need to have that support on the ground or a yoga block, give you the extra couple of inches, please use that on your bottom hand. Chest open. Come on up, bend your front knee, extend your back leg straight, reaching front to back with your fingertips, shoulders down, away from your ears. Drop your tailbone, tuck it underneath you, and drop your thigh, front thigh, so it's parallel to the ground, okay? You might need to wiggle your back foot out. Starting to feel this get fired up right here underneath you as you tuck your tailbone under, keeping your shoulders stacked over your hips. Straighten out, come into reverse warrior. Actually, let's go ahead and bend that front knee. There you go. And reaching up overhead in reverse, hand in the back thigh. A familiar pose to us. If you can get down even lower where your hand comes down to your back of your calf, by all means, be that person. Use your flexibility, get yourself where you need to be. Go ahead and release. And let's switch sides. We're coming into high lunge, left leg forward, right leg back. Stagger your stance, bend your back knee. Shoulders out of your ears, long neutral neck, fingertips to the ceiling. Reach your rib cage away from your hip bones. Tall through your spine. Take your deep breaths. My heart rate is elevated. What we've got going on here, we're forcing our legs to hold us. We're lifting our extremities, our arms up overhead. All right, come into a right angle, so drop your back heel, feet perpendicular, reach up and over. So our body's doing a lot right now, even though we're not moving a lot. These isometric holds in yoga are really what fires up our body, and it makes some blood flow. Gets your lungs going too, bringing some oxygen to your body parts. Straighten up with your feet perpendicular into triangle. Lean forward, open up your chest, stack your shoulders, float your fingertips if you can. Yoga block if you need it. We are making a nice giant triangle with our bodies. Things might be shaking, and that's okay. Those are your stabilizing muscles. They're going to work for you. Let them do it. Let them work. 3, 2, 1. Come up, bend your front knee. Wiggle out your back foot. Front thigh parallel to the floor. Tuck your tailbone under. As soon as you tuck your tailbone under, you start feeling your abs engage and activate, and the neck glute kicks in, supporting you and holding you up. Reach your fingertips long, wall to wall. Shoulders out of your ears. Long neck. In 3, 2, 1, take it to reverse. So hand on the back thigh. Let's keep that front knee bent, and we're reaching up, hand overhead, arching into our reverse. Keep your tailbone tucked under. If you can slide your back hand down a little bit further, if you can get a little deeper into your bend, please do. Take those baby steps to get there. And release. Let's go ahead and take 15 seconds to reset ourselves and breathe. We're actually going to go through a 3-minute flow on the right and 3 minutes on the left. Same moves we just did. I'm going to do my best to kind of hold each move 2, 4, but yep. About 30 seconds, maybe a little bit more transition time. Go ahead into your high lunge, reach up. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Breathe. Drop your back heel, come up and over, right angle. Reaching, reaching, reaching long out of your side. Supporting yourself on your thigh. Straighten up your legs into triangle. Hinge forward, open your chest, eye gaze to the side wall. Sometimes people like to look up towards the ceiling, towards their top hand. Let's just make sure we're not looking at the floor and losing our balance. Stack yourself into your triangle position and hold. If at any point you need to come out of it, and then join us back. Head into your warrior 2 and hold. Settle, tuck your tailbone under. Reaching with your long arms, so your shoulders starting to feel a little bit warm. Pull your rib cage up taller and away from your hip bones. Shoulders are stacked right over your hips. Now take the hand on the back of your thigh, reach up, reverse warrior. Get a little deeper if you can. Drop your tailbone and tuck it under. Come back on up, turn front. Let's go through it one more time, a little bit quicker. High lunge, hold. Come on forward, right angle, reach. Open up triangle. Warrior 2, hold. Tuck your tailbone under, get a little bit lower. And reach back, reverse warrior. Release, come center into mountain, and let's switch sides. Get ready to do the exact same thing. Other side. So left leg forward, right leg back. Reaching tall, shoulders down and away from your ears. Fingertips to the ceiling, bend your back knee, sink down just a little bit. Lengthen through your spine, your torso. The best way I can explain that is lift your rib cage away from your hip bones. Make some space. Drop your back heel, open your hips, bend your front knee, come over right angle, reaching, hold. Feet are perpendicular. Your heel is pointing towards the arch of your back foot. Support yourself on your thigh. Pretend like somebody is there, pulling your fingertips, getting a little bit longer. Straighten up the legs, hinge forward, open up triangle. Hands are reaching from floor to ceiling. Eye gaze is not at your toes. Feet are still perpendicular. Long spine. Think about straight legs, straight back, straight arms. Reach up out of this, bend your front knee, wiggle back your back foot, open up warrior two, long arms, shoulders, out of your ears, tuck your tailbone under. As soon as I say that, you feel it, don't you? You're like, oh yeah, right there. That's the work. Hand on the back of your thigh, reverse, reach up and over. Some of you are going to get further back, and that's fine, keep going. And release, turn yourself forward, high lunge. Moving a little bit quicker through the movements. Shoulders out of your ears. Drop your back heel, come on up and over, right angle. Open up triangle, straighten out your legs. Hinge forward, flat back, flat legs, flat arms, everything's long. Straight, straight, straight. Warrior two, come up, bend your front knee. Tuck your tailbone under, arms reaching long. Wiggle out your back foot, get a little bit lower. And the back of your thigh, reverse warrior. Release, come back to mountain. Take 15 seconds to reset. We have new movements that will be flowing through. Again, 30 seconds each move, okay? So we're gonna start with tree. Right foot anchors into the floor, so I want you to root yourself. And then go ahead and open up your hip, pull the arch of your foot onto your calf. If you're ready, when you're ready, you can go ahead and draw that foot above your knee, not on your knee, above your knee. Open up your hip, keep it open, open, open. Hands can come in prayer. Hands can come out to the side as a cheek, okay? From tree, we're gonna be moving into dancer. So we've got about 5 more seconds. Open your hip. A little bit of balance work here. All right, dancer. So we're going to go ahead and do a quad stretch to start. And then when you're ready, extend long, push your foot into your hand, reach your opposite hand out, anchor your standing leg, a little bend in the knee, reaching and holding. You've got 14 more seconds. 10 more seconds. And if you fall out of it, that's okay. Come back or wait for the next move. Come on out of it. We have a warrior three, okay? So, optional arms are back and behind, hips face the floor, chest to the floor. You can take them out to a T or overhead arms or prayer. Lots of options, okay? And again, if you fall out of it, it's a lot of balance work. Come right back, reset, and do it again. Find a focal point. I'm excited for this next move. Are you ready? Are you ready? Head into half moon. So 3-point balance. If you can't get into half moon, 3-point balance, and then open up half moon. It's been a while. Flatten out, flex your foot if you can. Open up your chest. It has been a very long time. If your foot is cramping, I need you to fight through it. Anchor your foot in the floor. Big toe, use it. Use that big toe, show it some love. And lower your foot, roll on up. Woo. Let's find balance on the other side, treat. That leg is warm. All right, so open up your hip, arch your foot to your calf. And then if you're ready, when you're ready, above your knee, find yourself. There you go. Release from there. We're coming into dancer, so quad stretch to start. Extend one arm. Push your foot into your hand. Start leaning forward. Take a picture. Find your focal point. You are your best figure skater right now for 5 more seconds. Come out of it, let's get ready for warrior 3. It's a lot of balance work, okay? So if you need to roll things out, reset your mind and your body, and then come into your warrior 3. Choose your hand placement. Hips face the ground. We don't want to turn out yet, so hips face the ground. Back toe can be pointed. If you fall out of it, that's okay. Make your way back. Head into your 3-point balance. From there, open up half moon. Yes, it's been a while. Oh my goodness. Try to flatten out, flex your foot. Open your hips, open your chest. This is where I said if you have a yoga block, you might want it. You might want to use it. This is a good spot to use it if that flexibility and that reach just isn't there yet. That's okay. Maybe we had it and we lost it. Like I said, it's been a while since we've done half moon, so here we go. We're doing it. And go ahead and release. Both feet on the ground this time. Feet hip width. Sink down in a chair. Hands can come in prayer, up overhead, or down and away, shoulders out of your ears. Breathe. Push yourself out to stand, open up nice and wide. Sumo stance, drop down, tuck your tailbone under, and arms open in a W, or goddess pose. You have an option to lift your heels here and balance on the ball of your foot. It's an option. Sink a little lower with your hips and your bottom. 3, 2, and come on up. Release, shake it on out. Okay. Feet come underneath your hips. We're coming back into mountain. Changing things up again. That balance, that flow, it's done. Let's move to something else, a little bit more yoga-ish. Go ahead and take your hands, clasp them behind your back. Long spine, proud chest, fold forward at your hips. Try to keep your chin from tucking under, and you can go ahead and reach your arms up, chest to the floor, chin up. A little chest opener while we fold forward and a hamstring stretch here. This is called seal. I was unaware until I saw it today. If it's too intense, come out of it, reset yourself, and come back. Maybe the blood's flowing to your head. Release it, and then come back into it again. 5 more seconds. Hands come to the floor. Walk yourself to a down dog and hold. You're going to take your left leg, bend it, place it behind you in a wild thing. We're not dipping, we're just coming back, down dog. Hold your down dog, chin up, chin up. Let's do the same side again. So bend your left knee, place it behind you, hold, and reach. Can you hold it for 6 more seconds? Come on back. It wasn't even 6, I gave you like 5. Okay, down dog, hold. I want you to shake your head no, shake your head yes, and kind of come to a neutral place. Keep your eye gaze to your fingertips so the blood's not pooling in your brain. And let's go ahead now and take our right leg, bend it, place it behind, reach into wild thing. Hold it. Now come back, hands to the floor, down dog. If you fall, that is okay. Don't hurt yourself, please. Come back to your down dog, okay? We're gonna try it again. Bend your knee, place your foot, hold your wild thing. And place your hand down, come to all fours. I want you to take your knees out wide and your feet out wide, so you're in a wide stance with your legs, then sink back. It's a frog, okay? So like a child's pose, but legs are wide, feet are wide. I didn't have you put your toes together this time. I have your feet out wide, just in line with your knees. Sink back with your butt. This is a great way to open up your groin. I had a question from my daughter yesterday, Mom, what's your groin? I don't know where she read it, where she saw it. Oh, I know, it was in a video game. There was a groin injury in her NHL hockey game or something, so that was an interesting question. Surprised we haven't talked about that one yet. We are going to flip over to our backs. Aren't you excited about that? All right, so we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna come sideways. Take your knee to your chest, lay on your back. Let's take our right knee, hold on in, hold it. Go ahead and rotate your ankle. So circle your foot around one direction and then the other. We're still here for 25 more seconds, so I don't care which direction you rotate it in, just keep rotating that ankle. Here we are in our stretches. Are you ready? What did you think of yoga-ish? It was yoga-ish for sure. I liked it. It was kind of challenging, but in a good way. And I loved that we got to do tree and dancer and half moon. I like that. All right, go ahead and thread through a figure 4. You can either hold here, or you can sit up and thread through. It's up to you, okay? Either option, opening up your hip. I know sometimes I feel a bigger stretch when I'm seated up like this. So that's why I'm giving you that option, okay? And some of you just want to lay on your back right now, so you choose. On each breath, pull your thigh just a little bit closer to you as your other thigh opens up towards the wall away from you. You got some opposition in your muscles here. And then let's go ahead and switch legs, lengthen out the other one, pull it should be your left knee now into your chest or whichever leg you didn't do, and ankle rotation. So circle your foot around one direction and then switch it when you're ready. And you can keep alternating which direction you circle in. Doing these rotations at our ankles helps our feet and our calves as well. So all those little stabilizing muscles while we were in dancer and warrior 3, tree, half moon. Let's go ahead and circle those muscles around. Bring your knee a little bit closer to your chest. Inhale, and on exhale, go ahead and thread through, either on your back or sit up. If you're on your back, your hands are clenched right behind your thigh. You're taking your elbow and you're opening up your thigh, the back wall, and you pull your knee towards you, okay? And if you're seated up, you want your chest lifted nice and tall, and your hands are supporting you, and you're reaching your chest a little bit closer to your thigh each time. Open your hip, open your hip. That's what I want you to keep thinking about. This is for that hip. Your glute, your outer thigh, your inner thigh. And the way we do that is by opening your hip. All right, go ahead and come back to a spinal position. position here where you're laying down, okay? I want you to take your arms out to the side, take one leg, drape it over, spinal twist, hold. Try and keep this shoulder on the ground. So as soon as we lift it off, we kind of lose some of our stretch. And you might feel like, oh, but I'm getting a deeper, release somewhere else. That's fine. Then come back to this, try to put your shoulder on the ground, and then work the leg towards the ground and see the difference, okay? Anchor your body. Hold your stretch. And let's switch sides. So lengthen out your other leg. Other shoulder comes to the ground. Twisting. So again, if I lift this arm up off the ground, I lose a lot, okay? I know that there's some strain and there's some tension, but I'm gonna get a deeper stretch if I can keep my shoulder on the ground and then utilize my hand to move my leg, open up my spine. Do you feel the difference when you do that? Come back to center, rock yourself to sit. We're going to do a hamstring stretch, so you can either keep this leg bent and reach for your foot, or you can throw it off to the side. We're working on the hamstring, so let's go ahead and fold it on forward, seated hamstring stretch. Again, I always tell you, do what you got to do with this leg. If it's impeding you and preventing you from getting that nice deep stretch, get it out of the way. If you like it bent, keep it bent. Take deep breaths, pull your chest towards your thigh. Chin up above your heart. Try to keep your back flat. You might round out a little bit, but I don't want it rounded out all the way with your knees. Your head's to your leg and you're just rounded out there, okay? Yes, that does feel kind of like a stretch, but it also kind of just is impeding on your neck. All right, switch sides. Again, if you need a bent leg, bend it. If you need a straight leg, straighten it. Chest to your knee, chin up. If you need to see how flexible you are and you want to go, ahead to my leg, okay, fine, but then come back out of it. And then reach your chest, pull closer, and your head towards your toes. Flex your foot if you can. Try to get your toes to the ceiling. Ouch. And right now, if you have a bent knee, I need you to kick it open. We're going nice and wide. Straddle full, last stretch of our day. And then you are done with mind class. Oh, it feels good, and I hope you're feeling good too, okay? Talk about feeling balanced today. Literally. You're going to keep walking yourself forward. Have you gotten deeper into your straddle stretch? Because I think we've been doing it just about every week, so it should be getting a little bit more progressive, right? You're making some progression with it, getting a little bit deeper. I know this is pretty deep for me, and I'm going to keep working my way through. And slowly walk yourself on up. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. If you enjoyed today's format, if you enjoyed the sequencing of it, please feel free to come back and press play on this anytime you'd like. I appreciate you being here. I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.